Hello, hello. Let me tell you, I really kind of struggled. I struggled a lot getting ready for this week. So here's a reminder of last week. We had stars and candy. Looking at this one to figure out what I need to carry over to this week made me see that I forgot my stamp last week again. It happens. It seems to be happening a little more often than I like. And with that, also shows me that I need a carryover item. So, bringing back, bringing back in the copy dyed paper. I have my two cards set out. I'm going to move one off to the side. So this week we are on week 41 and 42. So it is zigzag and feathers. Zigzag and feathers. Week 41, week 42. I tried to draw a feather. Nope. I tried to do, like when you snowflake and you fold the paper in half and you cut, didn't work. Didn't look like a feather. Looked like leaves. And I was waiting for the show that I was watching to get over so that I could switch my TV from YouTube over into search, and I was just going to print out an image. And then I remembered I have some feathers left over from the digital kits that I printed for my steampunk journal. So I was able to go and pull those out. So I have stuff set aside for that card. I've pulled out some painty pages out of my painty book, my carryover item. I have some blue and some red paper to collage with as well. Some of these type stamps. Some rickrack, zigzag. The zigzag is actually where started this process. And then I found a sentiment that I liked with Tim Holtz person. And I currently don't know where that sentiment wandered itself off to, actually. Isn't that good? Found a puppy on the floor. No! Maybe it got put up under there, but I don't see it. I don't know if I have another one of the same saying in my sentiment book. Got some tea tonight. I'm really bummed. It's one of the big reasons I don't like using these little sentiments. It's like they're so easy to lose track of. I'm hoping to find the one I actually had out. So far, I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, guess I'm gonna go with a different one. Like, kind of makes what I have in mind not make as much sense. Take one last look around on the floor. Make sure it's not stuck to me, which it is not. Until my dog came in and got into my garbage. Okay, I'm a little bummed. It is what it is. Alright, so Week 41, Zigzag. So I'm going to start with some groundwork on the bottom, doing some collage. I have red, blue, the coffee dyed, and beige painty paper. We're just going to do some, I'm going to start out doing some basic collage. Do I want my bottom? Oh my goodness, and I'm dropping stuff already. Off to a great start. I'm going to do my bottom corner being the what's visible. Get my glue going here. Tearing all the edges. Nice raw edge. Get some painty paper on here. The sensation up and down your spine. You get oh, you're a friend of mine. getting the baseline of the collage down first. Turn straight. We're going to put this on a slight angle just so that it covers all of it. So we're going to start there. Trim. Get all these little goobers. Okay. Then I have blue rickrack. Oh, let's do some stamp stuff here first. Just tearing out little postages. I was just reading on Facebook, I think it was. Poison just announced that they're doing another tour. Like, I would so love it if they came back to our fair. That was a great concert and such a good experience. To give me something to believe in. So these are just serving as background. Doesn't mean that I won't put other stamps on. Garbage. Oh, I I wasn't sure if my scissors were going to cut this. These are my paper scissors. This is fabric, you know. So I've got my little Depression era dude. That'll fit through there. Oh, yes, it will. So again, this isn't going to make as much sense since the my original sentiment has vanished. Has gone up and walked away. But it said the best way over is through, or something like that. So, you know, I was gonna weave my zigzags. But now I'm stuck with a different sentiment, which I picked out and then decided not to, which was don't say no, say how. So I think that still kind of fits with the going through things, you know, getting through it. And I'm going to glue this because I want this to be at that angle as well, but it's wanting to go straight instead. So I'm going to glue it there, and I'm going to glue it here. Okay. And I'm not going to glue his legs just yet. Get off of my finger, please. It's a little further over than I wanted. And then this one, I want to go under this leg and over that one. Glue that leg down. Glue that one down. having a little bit of disagreements with my glue right now. Sorry, I just realized I was like partner off camera. Don't say no, say how. How are you going to get yourself untangled? How are you going to get yourself out of the situation that's got you tied up in knots? See what happened there? Got glue on my finger. The very, very tips of my scissors apparently are still sharp enough to cut fabric. I mean, I'm just being lazy, to be honest. My sewing scissors are literally right here. There it is. I'm like scanning my desk and my ruler and pencil. 1 1/8. My hole goes right there. Go with a gray. Gray eyelet. Alright, week 41. Let's go on to week 42, feathers. Come on down. Now, I've decided, I had this feather, and this feather, and then I had this helmet with feathers coming out the back. And even though this one is big and it takes up most of the card, oh, see, I ended up on the top anyway. See, I think my brain just instantly does that. I wanted that to be the bottom. Oh well. And then, but even though this takes up a majority of my card, I'm going to use it anyway. Because it is the way it is, the way it lands on the page, the top has to be the exposed part. And I'm not using my Fabri-Tac for any reason other than it's available. It's like right, you know, it's up, it's ready, it's already flowing. So I'm going to trim this off there, and I'm going to go ahead and put it, just so I'm not wasting it, we're going to put it over there. This is just layering, alternating, you know. there. I'm going to cut this off here. Probably add a little bit more glue to it. Or some glue. There was no glue on it to begin with. And I'm going to put this over here. Seen all the strings. Oops. This is the top. I realize that I'm putting the same colors over each other there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is I want this going this way. Okay, I figure out where stamps and what colors I'm going to use. I feel like I want blue. And I want grungy. Get them out of here. And there. These are all too clean. Okay. That there. I don't even know that song. Oh, Van Halen. Not allowed to have Van Halen. Ooh, I hope you guys didn't just hear my belly rumble. Knock back these whites around the edges here. this is going to go here. It's age up the card underneath. Okay. Just like that. Between the second and the third is where I want that diamond to be showing through. And then I have a little word here. It says creative. It's very little. Oh, so my camera got moved, and I don't know when that happened. Stick that right here. I was going to go a little further up, but then I'd be covering up this dude's face on the stamp. I mean, not that you could really see it anyway. So there is some hangover. If this was a card stock, I would go ahead and leave those on there. Second guessing. I'm going to leave them on there. Changed my mind. Okay, so these are going to go in my box. There. Little unhappy going through the wet paper. I don't think I have any blue highlights. So there's a blue one. It's got goobers on it, but that's okay because it's kind of a grungy-ish type tag anyway. Ooh, I'm dropping eyelets on the floor. Don't know how many landed down there. I will figure that out after. Eyelet in, get her set. Oh, that sucks. Try that again. Oh, my eyelet broke. Well, okay, it's a good thing I had an idea in mind there. That's weird. bring some carryover and put this on through the eyelet. Doesn't want to cinch down though. It's okay. Gotta save room anyway. It might not even work because now that I'm remembering, I have to stick the eyelet through there still. So it may not, it may come out. Oh, my battery just went, hey, I'm dying. Put me on the charger, please. Let's see. I'm gonna have to switch out eyelets, I think, or I'm gonna have, or add a second one. Because, yeah, these are getting very, very challenging to open. Oh, it fits. It fits, it sits. But you can see what, I mean, it's, I have to like hold everything. You know, and we're only on week 42. We got 10 more of these to put in here, and I've got that much more space. And when I messaged Shanuki about what ring she used, she said a 2-inch. And then I was like, well, this is a 2-inch ring. How come mine aren't fitting? Well, it dawned on me. She doesn't put eyelets in hers, which, you know, the eyelets are small, but they still take up space. So I'm like, oh, so I think what I'm going to have to do is hook another 2-inch to this one and just have it an offshoot, because all the 3-inch diameter rings that I can find, this is too wide this way, and not all of my cards will fit on it. Yeah, 10 more weeks and we're at the end of the year. Ah, scary. But look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make some. Apparently my deck was missing a couple cards, which I knew. I figured that out about halfway through. So I will make do and probably will use a baseball card or something, because they're about the same size. In fact, it was a baseball card that I used when I entered these in fair, and I did a sticker. I mean, I did a cover for these. I used a baseball card. And man, I just realized I was going to add some color other than blue and put this behind there, just to add a feathery texture. Oh well, too late. It's already glued. So thanks for watching. I hope you're still enjoying this series. Welcome to, I've picked up a couple new subscribers, new viewers. Thank you. I appreciate your views. I'm glad you're here. Please look through my many playlists. There's lots of different stuff to see and learn. So I have a scroll. Until next time, bye!